Next time someone says, hey, what are you passionate about? And you rifle through maybe your 3 to 5 answers, a good self-awareness task would be, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much time am I actually putting into the things that I'm passionate about? And would I be more fulfilled if I was doing that?
When you're so passionate about something and you love something so deeply, it becomes a part of you. And when you put yourself out there and it gets attacked, it feels like you're being attacked.
Next Level Nation, welcome back to another episode of Next Level University, where we help you level up your life, your love, your health, and your wealth. We hope you enjoyed our latest episode. It was episode number 1486. Are you self-sabotaging your own success? A lot of S's in that title. Today, for episode number 1487, make more time to practice your passions. So this is going to be a quick hitter. I think we have, 12 minutes, something like that, on the clock. I was thinking the other day, Alan, so you and I have a lot of conversations around group coaching, as we mentioned in the previous episode. And I was in my Facebook Messenger, and I was going back to old messages, checking on people who said, hey, reach out for the next group. And I came across a conversation I had with someone I dated a while ago. And I was just going through for nostalgia. And it was always strange to me when you would say, hey, what are you into? Like, what do you do in your free time? What are your passions? What are you super passionate about? And everybody would always say hiking. For some reason, everybody would say, I love hiking. Huge fan of hiking. Like, okay. Then you get to know the person and they never go hiking, ever. You've never seen them hike a day in your life. Or somebody might say, I love painting. I'm deeply passionate about painting. It's like, oh, that's awesome. I love that. But I've never seen you paint, ever, in my entire life. And it made me question one of two things. One, either they're just saying that because they think that's what you want. They think that's what you want to hear. Or they just aren't able to make enough time for their passions. And I think from that frame, we have an amazing human who comes in, has pretty much become the NLU photographer. Shout out to Melissa, if you're listening.
Oh, Melissa, yeah.
Melissa clearly made time to practice her passion for a long enough period of time where eventually we saw her and we said, we would love for you to be the person who captures our amazing experiences.
She posts new photos on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
That's why we know. It's so smart.
I wonder, so that's an early next level nugget for me is, next time somebody says to you, and maybe you're in a relationship and you're not single, so you don't have these questions being asked often, I don't know. But next time somebody says to you, what are your passions? And you answer, in your mind, ask yourself a question of, when's the last time I actually practiced that passion? I often say on other podcasts, rapping, I love rapping. I love mixed martial arts. Those are two things I'm very passionate about. I watch UFC every Saturday that it's on pretty much. And I rap, a couple times a month, depending on how busy I am. I'm not really that What are you smiling about?
I'm just happy.
Okay, I'm great. I'm grateful you're happy. I don't really say that I'm passionate about other stuff, really, because I'm not, in a way. So I'm very passionate about like a handful of things, and I really try to practice those things. So that would be my early next level nugget is, next time someone says, hey, what are you passionate about? And you rifle through maybe your 3 to 5 answers, a good self-awareness task would be, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much time am I actually putting into the things that I'm passionate about? And would I be more fulfilled if I was doing that?
I think that a lot of us are scared to share our passions with people. I know a lot of people who are passionate so for example, one person in book club is super passionate about drawing, painting, and art, but is scared to show it. It's kind of revealing a part of ourselves. So I just recently started calling myself a movie buff. I've been a movie buff my entire life. Obsessed. I absolutely adore movies. Always have. But I don't share that. And I don't know why. Maybe we're afraid to be judged, maybe? Maybe we're afraid that...
Do you have to share it publicly?
No. I don't think so. I just think that if we did, we would be...
Fair.
My thesis on this episode is I think we're hiding behind closed doors. Me watching movies by myself is not going to be ridiculed. So I think my thesis is that we hide true parts of us, and only the people who live with us or know us really well really know the real us. And I think that that's because we're afraid to be ridiculed and judged and criticized, and I think that's understandable, because we do. It's like, if I'm a movie buff and I say I'm a movie buff, what's going to happen? What's really cool is, similar to Melissa with photography, Melissa posts photos all the time. So when we have an event and we need a photographer, we're going to think of Melissa. It makes perfect sense. The law of attraction works when you do that. Ever since I've been calling myself a movie buff, I've had team members reaching out saying, hey, have you seen this movie? Hey, have you seen this movie? Hey, have you seen this movie? You recommended Oppenheimer to me. When we share our passions with the world, we have a chance to get criticized, but we also have a chance to be branded properly. And people reach out to you about the fights, mixed martial arts. No one's going to reach out and say, hey, Alan, you excited for the card or whatever this weekend? Like, the card? What are you talking about, right? But they would say, hey, are you seeing this new movie coming out or whatever it is? Yep. So that would be my next level nugget, which is, are you insecure about your passions? The old me would have said no. Or I wouldn't have, I might not have said no, but I would have definitely been like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I do agree. I think I am insecure about my passions, for sure. I don't know why. I still haven't figured that out. We'll have to do another episode or something at some point. But
yeah,
I'm reluctant to share that I'm obsessed with personal development. I'm reluctant to share that I'm obsessed with math and peak performance. I am obsessed with science, chemistry, biology, neuroscience, physics. Absolutely obsessed. We have physics books. I'm reading Einstein right now. I'm reading a biography on Albert Einstein right now. I don't share that because it's weird. And so, if you're listening or watching this, how are people supposed to know who to go to for your uniqueness if you don't share your uniqueness? But I do understand that is weird. I think there's a part of us that doesn't want to share it. I think there's a part of us that's insecure about it. I think there's a part of us that's afraid to be ridiculed or unloved, or I don't know. Maybe there's a part of us that doesn't want other people to ruin it. You know, I haven't figured that out, but I would say I think almost everyone is insecure about their passions, unless their passions are popular. If you have a passion, but movies are popular, why is that?
Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm working through this in real time. Maybe that doesn't resonate with you, Kev, but you seem like someone who's always been sharing. I love mixed martial arts. I love rapping. I love whatever.
Not always rap. I think because there's a perceived element of performance.
Hey guys, so I wanted to give a little bit of my experience about group coaching. I'm learning stuff, I'm applying the habits, and I have other people that's doing the same exact thing. One of the biggest things that I think I gained from group coaching is when I went through that month of being so sick, I was so determined that I would just try to do as much as I could. And I just couldn't wait until I felt good enough to get back to doing all of them. I've just seen so much growth in myself, and I'm so appreciative to have the group, to have, that immersive experience. And I really appreciate all that y'all do.
I'm nervous. One of my fears when I'm on other podcasts, and if I say like, yeah, I actually enjoy rapping, that somebody will say like, all right, cool, let's hear one. It's like, well, no, I'm not trying to do that right now. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the flow. Like I'm not a rapper.
Done that too.
Yeah, you've done that. But it's different. It's different with you because you've seen me rap. You've heard me rap. You recorded Eddie and I in Florida when we were doing our song together. So
yeah,
that's a piece of it for me though. Is it's like, all right, yeah, let's hear something. Well, no, I'm not trying to do that.
Oh my God, I just had a breakthrough.
What do you got, man?
Alan. Kevin and I have joked behind the scenes about this. I'm obsessed with mathematics. I always have been, but I get simple math wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
It's that. I think it's that. It's, oh, well, you're obsessed with math, but yet you can't add 15 plus 27. Why is Kevin quicker with math than you when you're the math guy? I think that's what it is. When you get labeled, it comes with an expectation. And then you can let people down. That is a thing. Mm. Oh, you're passionate about drawing? Draw me a picture.
Yeah.
And you know what it does? It builds up expectation. Oh, you're a movie buff? You must have seen boom, 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 boom. Oh, I haven't actually seen those movies. I mean, I'm a movie buff, but not for those movies. I think we're all just insecure.
I think so too. I've had those moments. So one of my buddies, Tony, he's older and he's in his 40s, and he loves old school hip hop. And last time Tara and I went and saw them, we were listening. So he had his portable speaker out. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of rap. And he pulls up like 5 songs. He's like, you know this one? I was like, I've never heard this in my life. I don't even know who this is. And he's awesome. So he didn't make fun of me or anything. But it was like, you probably think I'm an idiot, don't you?
Yeah,
you
that's what it is. You probably
do think I'm an idiot.
You're setting yourself up for future failure. You are.
That's fair.
If I say I'm a math buff and I love mathematics, and then I get something stupid wrong, I lose all credibility. It's almost like we're afraid to build ourselves up and label us as these things because of that. Because then someone might expect of us X, Y, Z. It's fascinating.
Do you think one of the reasons is because oftentimes with our passions, we're not that good at them? Because we love them not because we're good at them, but because we love them? I wonder. I mean, it's hard in your case because you have a really good memory. You memorize mostly all the movies, so it's not like...
But here, think about that, right? This is so fascinating. I can watch a movie a couple times and memorize a lot of it. But if I say that, now you're going to be like, oh, yeah. Quote me Finding Nemo.
Boondock Saints.
Right.
15 minutes in. What do you got?
You know? Because I think that there's truth to that. I feel like our passions, we don't get good at them because we don't share them. So personal development and self-improvement, we share on this podcast because this is a self-improvement podcast. And we're safe doing that because we're of service to the listeners who also are into self-improvement. If you're not into self-improvement, you would not be listening to us. There are several other options that you could be listening to. But I think that we are reluctant to share our passions because we're afraid the passions will feel like work. We're afraid other people ridicule us. We're afraid that we'll have big, high expectations. If I say I'm so passionate about speaking, I'm so passionate about oratory and effective communication, I have a score that I, do every week, and I score myself. Am I getting better at all this? And then I say 15 times, and I give a terrible speech. Oh, I thought you were like the speaker, though.
Yeah. Or so have you spoken in front of like thousands of people before? It's like, well, yeah, close in total. in all the speeches, yeah, in total.
Yeah, all of them in
What's
total.
the biggest audience you've spoken in front of? Like
35?
35 people? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do a part 2? You want to do a part 2 of this tomorrow?
I would love to, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2 because, full disclosure, I don't know what episode we were going to do next anyway, so tomorrow we'll do a part 2 of this. All right, we got to go because you have a coaching call. So
that's a fact, yeah.
We're going to do a part 2 of this tomorrow. If you have not joined Next Level Nation yet, please do. If you have a passion, this is a really good segue, and this is a really good opportunity. If you have a passion that you want to show off to someone who will not judge you, a safe Facebook group is a great place to do it. Now, I'm not saying join and try to sell whatever it is you're doing, and we're not talking about that, but gaining support from a community about something you're passionate about, I can't imagine a more positive direction, and I promise Next Level Nation is filled with that.
One last remaining next level nugget before I do my plug here. I have a person that is trying to write a blog. And this person is super passionate about personal development, about spirituality, about inner work, about confidence, about staying in alignment. And she writes consistently, but she's so scared to publish it. And the reason why, I think, is because when you're so passionate about something and you love something so deeply, it becomes a part of you. And when you put yourself out there and it gets attacked, it feels like you're being attacked. And maybe the deep fear underneath all this is I don't want to lose my passion. If I'm super passionate about snowboarding or I'm super passionate about basketball, and then someone else expects me to be really good and I let them down, or I get attacked or made fun of or whatever, it's going to ruin it for me. I think we're afraid it's going to ruin it. I think that's another fear as well. So my next level nugget is you have to risk being ridiculed or being seen or being criticized in order to really live a wholehearted, fulfilling life of passion. Just like that's it. I think this is we hit something good here. This is interesting.
Well, we're going to do part two tomorrow.
Speaking of passions, I was on an NLU team huddle. We were talking about something called the Next Level Dreamliner. And it sounds like a cruise that you're going to go on. It's not.
It is, actually.
I know we got to jump. It is a planner. I have all these productivity planners behind me that I used to use, and it is a dream of mine and to have one of my own. And we're having samples made right now, and we're working on that right now. And it's essentially, how do you take your inch pebbles, daily habits, towards your milestones, quarterly goals, towards your goals, yearly goals, and how do you climb the mountain towards your own success daily? There's gratitudes in there. There's most important tasks in there. We're very, very excited. So keep an eye out for that. It will be launching within the next month.
Right on. Tomorrow for episode number 1488, we are going to do Make More Time to Practice Your Passions Part 2. I can't guarantee it'll be named that, but it will be an episode based on the episode we did today. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And at NLU, we do not have fans. We have family. We will talk to you all tomorrow.
Live with passion. Next Level Nation.